Hey, Morgan and Blake, wishing you guys the best. No, I can't be there, and wanted to send a special little note. Sending my love, of course. Morgan, my advice is breastfeeding, thumbs up. But don't be a human pacifier. So, on that note, find a good pacifier. And when it's time to wean them off the pacifier, don't worry. You can always trim the end, and eventually they don't like it. And so, Blake, for you, I would recommend it's okay for them to cry. It is the only exercise a baby can get. So let them cry themselves to sleep. It's painful as all get out, but you guys can do it. And baby, welcome to the Felt family.
Congratulations, Morgan and Blake, on your new baby. We're very excited for you guys, and sorry that we couldn't be there in person to deliver the message, but hopefully this video works out, because as a fellow first-time mom that is currently in the newborn trenches, I have plenty of advice that I would go back and give my former pregnant self, so hopefully this helps you in the process. First of all, birth is not nearly as terrifying as people make it out to be. It's important to have realistic expectations and to know what you're getting into before you get ahead of it, but be optimistic about it, because everyone is going to tell you their horror stories. They're going to tell you how they almost died and what traumatized them and what went wrong, and just know that your birth experience will be so unique to you that there's no way to plan on anything happening. So just be optimistic, and I promise you that mine went way better than what I had convinced myself was going to happen in my mind. So just breathe and know that it's not guaranteed to be the worst experience of your life. Also, it's just one day of your life. So if you can keep that in your mind and just remember that you can do anything for an entire day, and then the next day you'll have a baby. So just keep going. Just be optimistic about it. It's not that bad. Second, those first 2 weeks postpartum will be the worst of it. And that is not meant to scare you. That's actually meant to give you hope. Because in the future, when you're in those 2 weeks, there will be some point where you're having a mental breakdown and things will be stacking on top of each other. Postpartum stuff, baby stuff, physical symptoms, stress, like everything is going to get to you to a point where you're like, will I ever get through this? Or will this ever end? The answer is yes. Just hang in there until the end of those 2 week mark. And then after that, just take it a little bit at a time. But think about 2 weeks as being the light at the end of the tunnel. And it will be so much better for you. Third is something I unfortunately had to learn the hard way. But when you are postpartum and your emotions are going crazy and your hormones are crashing, you do not want to bring anyone into your home that has any chance of hurting your feelings, because you just want to protect your peace and protect your family together. You just want it to be a happy time to have visitors over. Also, I'm an extrovert and I loved having people over, which was crazy to everybody, because everybody, like, postpartum is usually a time where you're like wanting it to just be your family, but I felt better when I had people around me. I don't like being isolated. So if that's you too, that's perfectly normal and totally fine. But if you're kind of on the introverted side and want to just have it be your own little family for that little bit, that is totally great, and everyone will expect that from you, so don't feel bad about that. This one is specifically for Blake, and my advice is to take plenty of photos of Morgan with the baby. She can never have too many. Like, all moms look back at the newborn period and wish that they had more photos with their baby, so just take more than you think. Photo storage, what is photo storage? Photos are forever, so honestly, just have fun. To the new baby, you are so loved. You are coming into one of the best families in the world. You are so lucky to have the mom and dad that you are going to be born with. They love you so much, and they're doing everything for you. They're putting you first for the rest of their lives. And soon you'll get to play with a second cousin named Valerie in a couple years, and she will be so excited to meet you and hang out with you. It'll be so fun. Just wanted to finish this off by saying that we love you guys again, and we are still just so excited for you. Being a mom and having your baby with you, it's the best. It is so fun. The good moments completely outweigh the bad, and even the bad don't seem as big than they did while I was pregnant. So I really hope that this gives you some peace and that this helps you to just enjoy this time right now. Love you. Bye. To both mom and dad, I would say that you're in this for life. So I would make parenting and managing family as fun and silly as possible. And to baby, I would say that you're coming into a family that already loves you so much, and you're getting really great parents, and that they each have something really important and special and unique to teach you. So try to soak that all up when you can.
Hi Blake, hi Morgan, hi fam. I wish I could be there today, but I want you to know that I'm thinking about you and that I am beyond excited about today and about Vienna coming into our family. So I was going to give you a small piece of advice, and though I know you've been given a ton of advice, so there's two things that I would say to remember. Well, maybe three. Okay, a lot of things, but I would say to remember that Vienna is a grown-up spirit coming into a little tiny body, and to talk to her as if you would talk to anyone else, and to remember that she understands what you're saying more than she can show. And the other thing is to sleep when the baby sleeps as much as you can. But I would say the last thing would be run the vacuum, use the blender, use the garbage disposal. Don't be extra quiet when the baby is asleep, because you want her to be able to sleep pretty much through a lot of things. And I know you live near the railroad tracks, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I love you, all of you, and I miss you tremendously. But I'm excited to see you, Morgan, Blake, and Vienna, and see you guys in about 2 months. I love you. Mwah. Ciao.